this will be fast. We have two forms of linear equations we talked about, and they are the slope-intercept form. What's the generic version of the slope-intercept form? Y equals mx plus b. And the other one is the standard form. And the standard form is what? Ax plus by equals c. Is that what it was? Yes, I think that's something like that. So here's the gist. Again, we've done this since you were halfway through 7th grade, I'm sure. So these are called linear equations because you will get straight lines. You are going to get straight lines. Unlike the stuff that the nonlinear ones we already done, the absolute value and the square root signs. So if you have this y equals negative 1/3 x plus 2. All the info you need is right there. The first thing you look at is what we call the y-intercept, which is at positive 2, which means it crosses the y-axis at positive 2. Then you look at the slope. It has a slope of negative 1/3, which simply means it goes up 1 from there, up 1 from there, and over 3. The thing you have to figure out is which way does it go over 3. Well, it's a negative slope, so it has to go downhill, so it has to go negative 3 over here. And there's that. Again, I'm not going to spend long on it because you already know how to do it. Let's do a crazy standard form one. What if it said 3x plus 2y equals 8? Why is this crazy, you ask? It's crazy because 3 is not going to go evenly into 8. Because remember, you solve standard form ones by finding the x and y intercepts. You are looking simply for the places where that line crosses both the x-axis and the y-axis. To find out where it crosses the y-axis, you have 2y equals 8, which means 2 times what number is 8? Divide 8 by 2, you get 4. So it crosses at 4. And then you need to find where it crosses the x-axis, and here's where people run into trouble. Uh-oh. 3 times what number is 8? Keith Stewart. 3 times what number is 8? You may have to give me a fraction. 8 divided by 3 is 8 divided by 3 is, oh, we're struggling here today. Must be the birthday blues. Did you get a new cow for your birthday? No. Elijah, 8 divided by 3 is? 2/3. Yeah. I ended up with this. I'll do it out slowly and methodically for you. 3x equals 8. I divide by 3, divide by 3. 8 equals, 8/3 equals the same as 2 2/3. So you just do this. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. It's a guessing game because your graphs are not exact. 2 2/3 would be somewhere right about there. You're close enough for government. I won't mark it wrong if you're off by just a tad. And there is your line. The only thing to watch in there is if one of these numbers are negative. If this would have been a negative 2y, that means my y is not positive, it's negative. And my y would change to be down here. And my y would go up here. You don't really know what the slope of the line is in the standard form until you graph it. Slope-intercept form, you know right away what it is. Do I need to go any farther into that? I don't want to bore you any more than you normally are at this class. Now, with that being said, I do want to review this really quickly because the quiz you're going to have today is about domain range in interval notation and in equality form, which you're going to say, what? 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 Let's say you are graphing the sorry, wait for it to catch up to me. Let's say I am graphing this, which by the way, you should be able to tell me the equation of that. Somebody tell me the equation of that. Do you think you can figure out what the equation of that is? First of all, what type of equation is it? Square root, absolute value, linear, what? Jay said it's
Absolute value.
Absolute value. Y equals the absolute value of something. There's an x in there. What is my x going to be? To go up to, the x has to be what, Lane Tavares? Nope, not with the x. It's opposite with x. Should be, thank you, it should be x minus 2. The y is also 2, goes up 2, so there should be a plus 2 there. Has nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now. I am asking you to give me both the domain and the range in interval notation and in inequality form. Domain is what can x be? What can x be? X goes this way. What is x? Right in Harrington. What x values can I have?
Infinity.
No, that's, I'm asking for, I want the first one to be in inequality form. Don't listen to shoot. By the way, if you're saying in infinity, you got to say negative infinity to positive infinity.
Negative infinity to positive.
Well, let's do that. That is in interval form. It would go negative infinity to positive infinity. And remember, it's parentheses, always with infinity because it can't equal that. How do you write that in inequality form? Or what would I write for that? Anybody? Elijah?
Y equals positive infinity x.
Nope, just all real numbers. The domain is all real numbers. Everything. Well, range is not going to be quite so easy. What is that in inequality form? That's what can y be, going up and down. Remember, it looks like this. You have y, you give the low end, you give the high end. Well, actually, on this one, it has a starting point, so you don't have to. There's no 2 dots on it. What's it going to be? Y has to be what? Greater than or equal to 2. Starts at 2, goes forever that way. You put that in parentheses, it doesn't really matter. Is it brackets or parentheses? I think in the one reach it did this y equals. How do you write that in interval notation? What's the lowest y can be? Wow, I'm going to struggle with this. That's why we're reviewing this. Lowest y can be is 2, correct? What's the highest y can be? Infinity. Bracket because it can equal it. Parenthesis because inequality or infinity is always that. You get that? This is using inequalities. If it did have a starting spot, let's do one more just because. If it did have this, let's say it did this. There was a line that went from here to here. What is my range? Since it has a start and an end, you put the x, because x, I'm sorry, what is my domain? That's the domain. It has my starting point. What's my starting point at x? 0. What's my ending point at x? Anybody? 3. It's dots, so that it is less than or equal to signs. What's my domain in interval notation? Same thing. Starting point is 0, ending point is 3. Parentheses or brackets? Brackets. If this was an open circle, then this would be a parenthesis. I think I can tell we're going to struggle with this, are we not? But don't worry.